the money.
Dreams are diamonds in the city, so
I thank you guys all.
sweat on my brows, the grind don't stop.
And I just want to tell you guys that
Climb me high from the ground to the rooftop.
both my riders and
The drums don't lie, they call my name. The rhythm's fire, my flame.
Riders in the
Street car, I'm staying real. Every sky's above, everyone will heal. They can't break me, no they never will. Street car, my head, I'm still. Street car, my head, I'm staying real. Every sky's above, everyone will heal. They can't break me, no they never will. Street car, my head, I'm still.
Hi family, have you noticed now Vema comes without a seal? Same refreshing taste in a lighter bottle with less plastic, less waste. Easy to compress and shrink for recycling. One small change, one big step for a cleaner future. Join us protect our planet. No seal, less waste.
What's about? I'm in Adumo. Na umata utano owie about the home pano and then master no pay we did about the home master yes won here
we just the dawn last night
and one a minute
street car I'm staying real every sky's above everyone will heal they can't break me no they never will street car my head I'm still street car my head I'm staying real every sky's above Climb me high from the ground to the rooftop. The drums don't lie, they call my name. The rhythm's fire, fueling my flame. Street corner, my head, I'm staying real. Every sky's above, everyone will heal. They can't break me, no they never will. Street corner, my head, I'm made up still. Street corner, my head, I'm staying real. Every sky's above, everyone will heal. They can't break me, no they never will. Street corner, my head, I'm made up still.
Na ya gberem no abansam no onkodo wo social media abansam na we si wo industry ni mu chemo
yeah
we are wrapping up the week Friday
yeah,
special
Friday,
Friday special
yeah
akwaba so
yeah last week in this week there yeah hot
akasa
but internet ni name bi then said then dim boys but yeah I say a best mom there best mom so we are here. Yeah, we are here to do the work of God. Yeah.
Sharp. Yeah. Now, Chamo, what's in some Tinny?
Tinny what's the same?
Tinny there on Hit FM with Kwame Dazi and I'm doing a view. Wakaka and Sembe Bray and Tebafano video by video. na ya ka say ya che na dwe na ye dem America no Tinny your first story we do with Tinny our own also a father and son this time we have two fathers one son so who is the original father and who is the fake father Kwakese say Shatta Wale ye neba na ye ne grandchildren the same as Tinny so kede Shatta Wale indeed or your honor neba who was streets and offer Shatta Wale no on the channel into ono ohun Shatta Wale and sometimes as this is my handwork and indeed on Saturday Shatta first Shatta Wale came there Tinny or your papa into Kwakese Shatta Wale adopted na then come and answer Tinny say in this industry people yes or in the need there upcoming artists and our young musicians they are doing very great like Obia one style different style but when you talk about dancehall day everything is secured there's nothing wrong with dancehall because on Nagasaneba that is Shatta Wale or but one thing and one genre Ghana
when you put chop me the rap continue to come out the fresh.
Wow. Okay.
Let's look at since you got into the industry till now. How would you assess the growth of this industry?
To me, it's growing and it's growing and it's wonderful to me because this young artist coming up, I see great talent and before they used to sound like themselves, but now I hear different talents. So yes, and to my knowledge, Ghana when you talk about music, Ghana is on fire because our population alone and what we do to me, yes, and dancehall side the end don't want to forget cry, yes, but the only thing that I say these days is hip life is what is dead because I don't see any young artists coming up asking what you do and the person will say I do hip life.
This is Hits.
Yes, mine is not a showbiz name.
It's not a showbiz name.
Like Tinny Mia the Queen. Yes, so
that's what your parents gave to you.
yes on a big shout out to Hit FM for on I want to hear them video for what Tinny I want a Tinny granted interview no okay to him hip life is dead in as much as only different talents the upcoming artists will be on the different style urban but to us at Ghana the women there Ghana food day you can't take it away from us it's hip life indeed hip life is dead Chemo
Yeah.
Tinny is saying hip life is dead.
Yeah. I think he was clear about the statement. He says that hip life is dead because when share will be our Obusan musician up and coming or even old musicians, no. Obusan say a dear Jenna now your Okasa hip life.
Okay.
And so Okasa hip life is dead. Just based on that, I agree with him.
Okay.
I think a lot of musicians now, if you ask them, are you doing hip life or what genre of music are you doing? Hip life will be the last thing that they will say. I think that in a very few occasions, somebody like Kimpaluta and I think Black Sheriff, they say that they are doing hip life, but I think they are too small or the numbers is few for us to say the genre is still there. You have a lot of people doing music in Ghana now, but they don't want to identify themselves as hip life artists. They would rather say Afrobeat, dancehall, or the other genres. But you hardly hear somebody saying that I do hip life.
Okay.
So just based on that, I agree with Tinny for saying that hip life is dead because people are not going there. Just that I will not also blame those who are not identifying themselves as hip life artists because economically it is not attractive like that. Yes, the attraction is now on Afrobeat and dancehall. So people will be happy or gladly say that they are doing dancehall and Afrobeat because that is where the attraction is. That's where those who are calling themselves like that, they are making a lot of money there. So people not calling themselves hip life artists. I'm not so bothered by that. And again, based on how Tinny said it, I agree with him. Hip life is dead. You see, the genre in terms of what you identify as hip life may not be dead.
Okay.
People are doing some those things and they are calling it something else. I think that's what is happening because of the attraction when it comes to which name is selling.
Okay.
So if he says hip life is dead in the context he said it, I agree with him. I think people are not calling themselves hip life, so he can comfortably say hip life is dead.
But I mean, I have a different, like, don't you think as an artist or a musician, if you stick yourself to one direction, you become boring. So you need to be versatile so that when it comes to hip hop, you are there, high life, Afrobeat and all those genres, you are there.
Yeah. You see, why not? You can call yourself anything. You can do all forms of genres. But you can call yourself a particular genre if you like. I mean, Shatta Wale, he's a dancehall artist. He calls himself the dancehall king. And in fact, there's a stamp to it now, the African dancehall art. Yes. But you see, Shatta has done hip life. Shatta has done high life.
Okay.
Shatta has done Afrobeat.
Okay.
He has done all the genres that you can think of. But he calls himself a dancehall artist.
Okay.
So you can call yourself a hip life artist, but you still be doing other genres. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's why I'm saying that he is basing it on the fact that people are not calling themselves hip life artists.
Okay.
It may be they may be doing even hip life, but they are still not calling themselves hip life artists.
They've not taken the tag.
Yes.
Okay.
And so that's what he's talking about. In fact, that's his reason for saying that hip life is dead. Like I said, Shatta Wale won in one of our, I think, I've forgotten the year.
Vodafone Music Awards.
Yeah, one of the Vodafone Music Awards. Shatta Wale won High Life Artist of the Year.
Okay.
With I Know My Level.
Okay.
But he's still a dancehall artist. He can do other genres. There's nothing wrong with that. People not taking the name is the issue here. People not tagging themselves as hip life artists is the issue here. It's not about the music that they do and how people may identify the music.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying that I agree with him. It will be hard to get people who will call themselves hip life artists now. So if Tinny, based on that, says that he's not a hip life artist, why not? I think we should give it to him. I think this one I agree with him 100%. Yeah.
Okay. But do you think TGME should just grab that, since there's no artist to tag himself as a hip life artist?
No, not really. You see, some people may decide not to call themselves like that, but they may be doing a song that may qualify for that.
Okay.
So there's no need for that. If there are a lot of music coming out and then those music can be classified as hip life music, why not? It still it should be there, even though the artists may not be calling themselves hip life artists. It still should be there because the music that they are doing qualify for that, and somebody can even take an award in that category without being the
hip life
artist. Yeah.
Okay.
So it should be there.
So you want to agree with Tinny that indeed hip life is dead?
You like I said, put it in a context. The context is that it is hard for you to get somebody calling themselves hip life artist.
And so if we can't call someone, let's say there's no one to get the tag or call himself hip life, then there's no hip life.
But the person is doing a song that qualifies to be a hip life.
So let's say the genre is there, but the artist is not there.
Something like that. Nobody is calling themselves hip life artists, or you hardly get people calling themselves that. So that's why Tinny defined why he's saying that hip life is dead. Okay. He said that it is hard for you to get someone calling themselves hip life artist or calling himself a hip life artist.
Okay.
Based on that, that's why he is saying that. So it is straightforward. Okay.
He was using the fact that people are not willing, or the people are not musicians are not ready to call themselves hip life artists. That's why he's saying it is dead. But you see, when you can identify a song and you think that this song there is still a hip life song, why not?
Okay.
You can't then conclude that hip life is dead, while some people are doing songs that can qualify for it.
Okay.
And yes, there are some people doing songs that we can say this is a hip life song.
Okay.
That's why it is difficult for me to just go blank and say that hip life is dead.
Okay.
Because there is a direct reason why Tinny was saying that. And Tinny's reason is that we are not getting musicians identifying themselves as hip life artists. He didn't say that people are not doing hip life music anymore. Yes.
Okay.
So we should just put it in a context so that the argument will not be like, but there are songs that we can identify.
Okay.
Kimpaluta has done songs that can be identified as hip life songs. So why are you saying that hip life is dead? No. If Kimpaluta will not call himself a hip life artist,
okay,
but he will do a hip life song, you can't say hip life is dead in that sense.
Okay.
But Tinny was specific. People are not identifying themselves as hip life artists. That's why he's saying that hip life is dead. Then based on that, I agree with him.
Okay. In your earlier submission, you were saying hip life is not economically given to what the artist needs. Yeah. Okay. In your earlier submission, you said something about economically not helping artists. When you tag yourself as hip life artist.
Yeah.
Why does this?
No. I'm not saying that the attraction is not there. And I think it's part of the reason why people are not calling themselves that. And my reason is, when you say that you are an Afrobeat artist,
okay,
there are a lot of people doing Afrobeat songs, so they will put you in that category.
Okay.
So if that is the category that people are making money, why not?
Okay.
You are in there, you also make money. So that's why I'm saying that yes, it is not attractive to call yourself a hip life artist now.
Okay.
Because all the big artists, all the influential artists, they are not in that genre. So if you call yourself a hip life artist, it will be some way. So that's why I'm saying that they may be doing songs that will qualify to be a hip life song. So you can't just base on the fact that people are not calling themselves hip life artists to say that it is dead. And again, I'm not saying that if you do a hip life songs, you will not make money. Okay. If people are listening to your song, if people are vibing to the song, you will make your money. But if you call yourself Afrobeat artist, you are easily consumed by the system, because all the influential artists they are calling themselves Afrobeat artists. Okay. So why do you want to call yourself hip life artist where everybody is running away from? Yes, it will not sound good. So in terms of business, in terms of music business, it will not be good to call yourself a hip life artist at this moment. If you are getting a lot of influential musicians calling themselves hip life artists, the new coming or the up and coming artists, they will also call themselves hip life artists. They just learn from how people are attracted to a particular genre, and then they go with it. But
Jemo, let's say hip life is like our culture. That is what brought Ghana to the limelight when it comes to music, and we as Ghanaians, or let's say musicians or artists, are running away from our culture, or what brought us to the limelight.
Yeah, I think the naming, genres and naming, I mean, we have argued about this many times. Sometimes an artist can call themselves or whatever, but the songs that they do produce, some people will also identify it in the opposite direction, and it will become an argument. That's why I'm saying that we should at a point detach what people want to accept or call themselves from the main genre and how we identify them. Okay. Yeah, so that's why if you call yourself an Afrobeat artist, or you call yourself a dancehall artist, it doesn't mean that you can't do a hip life song. So they are not running away from doing the songs. They are just running away from the tax. And the tax is also attached to the economic value of what is happening. So for me, people may still be doing hip life songs, but those who are doing it, they don't want to call themselves hip life artists.
Okay.
That is the difference.
Okay.
So and it has nothing to do with they are running away from our culture. No.
Okay.
It is more about the economic attractiveness of the name.
The name.
Yes, hip life at the point was what everybody was doing. And by the way, Grandpapa Reggie Stone,
yes.
we attribute the beginning or the invention of hip life music to Reggie Stone.
Sure.
In terms of name. Yes, because before he came to Ghana doing hip life, people were doing something at a point similar to what Reggie Stone was doing, but Reggie Stone called it hip life, and then we accepted it and moved with it. And unfortunately, at this point, there are some other genres that have influenced our way of consuming music and our way of naming our songs. And for me, why not? If they don't want to call themselves hip life artists, it's not like they are running away from our culture. They are just looking for attractive name that will economically boost whatever that they are looking for.
Okay. Yeah. So can you say on a fact that all other genres came out of hip life?
No, not at all. Not at all. TikTok, this Afrobeat and the other ones, dancehall, high life is there.
Hip hop.
Yes. So hip life had a meaning, and the originator of hip life told us that it is the combination of hip hop and high life.
Okay.
The high life music and then the hip hop music brought or gave birth to hip life. So it is not all forms of genre. No, they don't come from that. In fact, the hip life rather came from hip hop and then the high life music.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Chemo is saying he totally side with what Tinny is saying. With him, Tinny was clear that nowadays, I'm an hip life artist. That is why he's saying hip life is dead. That is what Chemo said. Yes, with what Tinny is saying, I totally agree with him. But as an artist, I believe that if you are doing this genre, in as much as you can do other genre, get a tag so that we know, okay, this particular musician or this particular artist, when it comes to hip life, hip hop, or number one. And again, Tinny had an Symbiom on the same Hit FM on that together. In our industry, female artists, before a blow and a art in pool, or them. And as we talk now, there are female underground artists, but let me say, I shouldn't say underground. There are female artists, but you have few in the limelight. Same Hit FM with Kwame Daze and Dorin Avio. Director, let's go watch Tinny.
Back at your time, like, I know there were quite a number of female artists. Yeah. Were they much?
Yeah, they were much. They were a lot, but they were. I know a lot underground than.
And those who made it to the top.
Yeah, also made it to the top.
So does it mean that it is something that has really gone off? Because as at now, I don't know. Do you still see the same, or you think that we have enough female musicians in the system?
We don't. Since it's been like that. It's been very difficult for the female ladies to penetrate yet, and then to even be in the industry to be there. When they come, they fade out. No long, then they fade out. It's been very difficult for the ladies to make it.
So it's not new.
It's not new at all. Not new at all. Yeah, you for be hard, just like Wendy Shea.
Hey.
Wow. You like Wendy Shea?
Oh yeah.
What about her?
I like her delivery.
Good.
Yes. And her performance too. I like her performance too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
She your friend?
Oh yeah, she is.
Do you have a song with her?
No, I don't.
Would you want to have a song with her?
Oh yeah, if the time comes. If the time comes, we will do.
This is Hits.
Back at your
Chemo.
Yeah.
Chinese on it again.
Did you? I know there were.
He's saying it is hard for female artists to penetrate, and it is not something new. It started. Even when he came into the industry, it was there.
Yeah.
Is it true?
Yeah.
And what is the cause?
Yeah, of course. And you see, sometimes when we are talking or when we are watching something, what is happening, we have to be careful the way that we talk about them. I mean, for me, the question was not put in the right perspective for the right context.
Okay.
And because if you open it up, you will see that even the question should not come. If you don't put it in the right perspective, it is a wrong question to ask.
Okay.
That there were there
more female artists.
There are female artists in the system, but you see, people will not get it right if you just say it like that. You may agree with her and say that there are only few female artists in the system. There are a lot of female artists in the system.
Okay.
There are a lot of them who have stayed in the business or music for a very long time. Just that, not what you are looking at. And when you generalize it, then you will be making a mistake. You see, the female artist that she is talking about, it is so specific. So when you take that thing out, then you lose the conversation. What am I talking about? She was talking about hip hop, hip life, or the new genre female artists in the system. But when you talk about music, Tego sisters, they've been doing music for years.
Yes.
Even the time that she was a kid, or Tinny wasn't in the industry like he's saying. So when you go to gospel music, which is also part of music, female artists stay there for a very long time.
They are dominating over there.
Exactly. So you can't say that you see, put it in the right context before you can make your argument, or you can ask a question that will need an answer. So for me, yes, what she's saying, that there were few artists who do the genre that they were talking about.
Okay.
But without that context, without the genre, I will not even answer, because there are old female musicians who have been in the game for a very long time.
Yes.
And there are a lot of them when you go to gospel music. And
even the gospel, the ladies or the female are even more than the male.
So if you say that there are only few female musicians, you are wrong in that context. But if you say in the genre that you are talking about, the female musicians are very few, I agree. And what she's saying in that sense is true. And again, what Tinny said is also true. Tinny, even now, when you want to point out female musicians in the genre that you are talking about, you see that there are few. Like he said, you mentioned Sister Fia.
He did mention
Wendy Shea, Sister Fia, Jackie. Who else?
I think
like you struggle to get that.
I think Becca is there on off and on.
Becca, I don't think.
And I think Sister Fia.
And then Fia Nocturna. We have Sinaso.
Yes.
And who else?
I think Lola and Lali.
You see, you struggle to mention names. So obviously they are few, and again they don't stay in that genre for a very long time. The reasons are many. The reasons for that are many, and we can talk about some of them. He said that they struggle to even penetrate, and after penetrating, they don't also last, or they don't stay in for a long time. Then they are gone. Factors are many. The obvious one that you can talk about is marriage. When they feel they need to get married, the most of them will stop doing the music. Again, when they feel they need to get to give birth, they will also go off. Sometimes they will say that they are going off, they will come back, you don't hear of them again. So for those things, and for those things, it's natural, and it's a part of their growth. There's some part of their lives they will prioritize certain things against certain things. So if their priority is to give birth, they will not prioritize music. They will prioritize getting a partner, getting married, and giving birth. And we have a lot of musicians like that in our system, the female ones, when they get married, you don't hear of them again. I remember Kaki at a point. She got married, we didn't hear of her again. Lucika, she was also a great musician in the space. After she got married, you didn't hear of her for a very long time. The same thing, Abrewana, even in the hip life days. After giving birth to 1 or 2, we didn't hear of her again.
Okay.
So for them, I think it's natural. The stage that they have in life will let them choose a certain direction instead of what we wish that they can stay in for a long time, because giving birth and doing music is not an easy thing.
Okay.
Time ben abe fidu ba. Studio. Recording. Now after that, the kind of lyrics, how you have to portray yourself is different from when you are a gospel artist. The gospel artists, they don't have that problem. That's why even when they are giving birth, they are doing other things, they are still in there.
Okay.
Because that pressure of you have to speak a certain way, you have to dress a certain way, you have to do your things in a certain way. It's not in there. For them, any addressing no with me kata but in the case of hip life, hip hop and other genres, if you're a female artist, we don't want to see you like that.
And if your husband will not allow you because
exactly.
now after
then and all those things. So for that reason, they may not stay in for a longer time unless they choose to do music and ignore the marriage part, giving birth and other stuff. So what Tinny and the lady were saying is true. Okay. Just that it is in the context of the hip life, hip hop and maybe Afrobeat genre.
Okay.
But not in gospel music, no. For gospel music, we can mention a lot of them. Amy Newman,
Dana Hamilton,
Tego
Sisters, Daughters of Lord Jesus, Cecilia
Mafo, Dinah Samoa. Even when they are doing other stuff, they can still
when
come
they are
in.
beefing,
Yes, they can still come in and do their things. So in their context is true, and the reasons are many. The obvious one that we can talk about is marriage, giving birth.
But Jemo, I have with marriage. Yeah. But with this same artist, female artist, will come on social media and say they are not getting approach from men. So that they'll get married. So how come marriage is now a contest of them not penetrating?
Because the men who are willing to marry them will not want them to do their music. That's the thing. And sometimes they may not be getting men to marry because of the music that they are doing. Okay. So when they stop the music, sometimes they get somebody to connect. That's the thing. But, so when they are saying that they are not getting men approaching them, it is not straightforward. Or I don't want to say it is not entirely true. It is not a straightforward thing. What it is they are not getting men that they want.
Okay.
Because nesa pa there's that what's one they are to call. So I'm the far lie and so, but they don't like you.
Okay.
That's the thing. You are not at the level that they want. So once you do that level now, you don't want them again.
Okay.
Because you have a choice. At this point, who knew minimum so I can't propose anything. I can't marry her. I can't marry her and say that don't do this type of music again. Who am I?
Okay.
But if I make money, then I will go for low key girl, not her.
Okay.
Because I'm not ready to go through that hassle or tussle of telling her what to do and what not to do. Because she will feel that she's at my level. We are the same, and there's no need for one to lead. But if in any case, if you don't have a leader, things will not work out well. So their problem is the fact that when you are getting that success that they get, it is difficult to get a counterpart who will be willing to take them on in that sense. That's the reason. So for them, yes, it is difficult for them to get married. Not because there are no men, but there are no men that they want.
Okay.
That's the only difference.
But me, I have a problem. If musicians, female musicians, because of how performance or what they wear, just lyrics are not getting men to marry. Then omo mu movie there. So they
also
but them the movie industry, the female they are getting married and musicians are not getting married.
Not really. They also suffer the same thing.
But we don't hear. It's hardly for you to hear. Okay, maybe they go and okay, we are divorced. But in the music aspect, there, go and background.
Well, but the thing is, celebrities in general they suffer that thing. Most of them will marry within themselves. Like you get the celebrity couple thing, like that one is easy.
Okay.
But you see, their relationship most of the time elastic, and it's because of that who should lead struggle thing. It will happen.
Okay.
One is a leader, no. One is or directing them out, you know, will come in. So for celebrity females in general, they suffer that thing. Males also suffer, but theirs is different.
Okay.
For the males, a lot of women will come their way, and some may not be able to resist. Into almost 3 films are. Almost 3 films are, and it will be an issue for them, for the males. And for the females, a lot of men may not want to come because on competition and the way that you may want that man to treat you. Our options, the men that they are looking for, they have options. That female celebrities, they are going for a certain man, and those men they have options.
Okay.
They may want to have 2, 3 women or whatever.
Okay.
And one person and at the same time dictate or tell them what to do. It will be an issue. So it is the issue of how society perceive some people and how those people also behave. There are female celebrities they behave very well and they have a good relationship, just that they are not many. A lot of them, when they get to that point, almost and that trait, men that they want don't like it.
Okay.
If they want any men at all, they will get a lot of them because your men are almost a marshal. And these are men there if you want her. And then but they don't want those men.
Okay.
They want men more high class status and all those, and those men too. They don't like those women. That's how life is anyway.
All right. Okay. Chamo and the yanko Facebook ni YouTube and share the yanko for so cow or much of na yentoaso.
So now on our Facebook we have a lot of messages that we have to go through, and let's see what people are saying on Facebook right now. And the messages are coming. Let's just keep them. Oh, Charlie, these people, them they worry you. Those spammers. They are here. Okay, so we have Don Creator saying that Tinny is a legend, and then Aaron Ni Amo saying it's Vibes Cartel Connect concert in Ghana coming off, ? Then you have Emmanuel Ohene Ankra saying that Charlie, this guy is about the best PR I have heard in the industry. See how he managed to save Tinny from attack on the hip life is dead comment. Others will stoke the fire and this Tinny to the core. These are the people needed in the industry to minimize tension. God bless you. God bless you to Emmanuel Ohene Ankra. And then we have Don Creator saying that Chamo, the last made boy in celebrity pastor's voice. Tinny is 100% right. Yeah. Yeah, Don Creator. Oh, my thing is gone on. Let me see.
Come back.
Where are you? I need you here. Okay. Let's go. Don Creator. Big ups to you. And then we have Kamara Yusuf saying that our movement is a religion. Then again we have Emmanuel Elom Dosa saying giving us the love emojis but in purple. And then we have Ibrahim Yaya Abusan saying that legendary Tinny, we love you. And then for life is my life, coming from Kamara Yusuf. Yeah, and then we have our spammers giving us a lot of data, whatever that they are talking about. Let's go on YouTube and see
okay,
what is happening there too. Yes, we have messages on YouTube as well, and the first one is coming from Don Clo was hey Charlie, this name there. The sofa mention Don Clowes Mawana, okay. Forgive me if I have butchered your name. And he's saying that Shatta movement camp at Tripoli Day your back for life is our life. Okay. So all the way in Libya, Tripoli, Don Clowes Mawana is saying that they are watching us live from Tripoli. Charlie, big ups to you. And then we have energy. This one too is what? Energy system or Energex system GH. Energex system GH. Say that good one there. And then we have high star. Respect to Chamo. Charlie, respect to you as well. And then Gideon Body is here giving us thank God it's Friday. Chamo and the judge on the control seat. Yeah, Gideon Body again saying that the torture is being tortured. And then Gideon Body coming again. Shatta Wale is not a businessman. He is the business coming from Gideon Body. These are the messages that we have right now.
All right, okay. That was Chemo reading the messages.
And I think the last one from Gideon Body as well. I just saw a video of Shatta's team at Shatta House, and he also went to MTS office. This is a very smart move. I'm hoping the ministry and the president is next. Yeah, it's true. That's why Sammy Flex is not here at the moment.
Yes. As he said yesterday, something big is coming. Something big. So expect something bigger, biggest. It's coming. So I'm sure on Showbiz Daily, he's going to drop some good news.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's expect that.
So Sammy Flex is part of the team. They had to make some moves. Or they have to visit
Shatta House and
so
some
Shatta House was one of them. So yes, it's true that they are at a meeting with Shatta House, or they visited Shatta House to thank them for the Shatta Fest concert. And more things are coming for sure.
Something big is coming. So Chemo, let's continue. I think we're still having some technical issues. So let's try and do our last story. Then we'll just go prepare for Showbiz Daily. So Chemo, the former Minister for Communication, Victoria Hammer has said something after Shatta Fest. I think Shatta Fest day, Yebeka from now to December, we'll still talk about it. It's very lengthy, so let me just read the first paragraph, and Chemo has something to say on that. He says, when populism wears a crown, Shatta Wale and the Search for a National Soul by Victoria Hammer. Shatta Wale indeed wears the crown, not merely as a musician, but as a symbol of collective consciousness of a generation. The thousands who turned out at Shatta Fest at the Independence Square were not simply fans attending a birthday concert of their revered musical icon, but they represented a social movement in search of meaning. Chemo, if you read deep into it, the former minister of communication, deputy minister said a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Chemo, pick it up from there. Let's go.
So I'm not surprised that people are coming up or coming out with what they think the Shatta Wale influences, what they think the impact that Shatta Wale is giving out there is. And you see, if you summarize what Victoria Hammer is saying, you can put it in a very simple way, like the way that we have captioned our video that people are watching, that this is Ghana's reality through Shatta Wale's music. Like how you want to see Ghana, just listen to Shatta Wale's music.
Sure.
That's what the Deputy Minister of Communication, Victoria Hammer, is saying. And when you read the whole article, you get the various parts and the point that she was trying to make, that Shatta Wale, as at this time, is a reflection of how Ghanaians or majority of Ghanaians are thinking. Yes, and when you go deeper with whatever that she said there, you will see that she was giving reference to the fact that some people want to say something, but they are not having the opportunity to say it. And Shatta Wale is saying those things through his music on their behalf. So people love Shatta Wale, not only because of his music, but the fact that he's a symbol of saying whatever that they needed to say or they need to say on their behalf. So Shatta Wale's music, Shatta Wale's interaction, his persona, how he behaves, how he talks, how he's been doing his thing, is a reflection of how Ghanaians feel about what is happening in Ghana at the moment. So for me, why is she now talking about this but not long ago? This is because of Shatta first. The numbers that happened. Now she has to make meaning of that numbers. And this is her way. Or these are some of the things that she has observed through after getting that numbers. The explanation is the fact that now Ghanaians love Shatta Wale because he is talking for them. Okay. Now Ghanaians love Shatta Wale because our political system has failed us. And Shatta Wale is putting spotlight on it. In fact, when you read through the article, she said that Shatta Wale is a megaphone for the people. And his voice is so big that you can't ignore it. And how do you get that? Is through his music and some of these concerts that he staged. I mean, looking at these numbers, there's no way that you can deny Shatta Wale's impact. So if Shatta Wale says something, the political people will sit up. The political elite will sit up. Yes. And again, Shatta Wale has a very deep and connected relationship with the grassroots or the people that we may not consider them as really important in our society in terms of decision making and influence. But Shatta Wale has connected with them, and they are the street people that we call them. And he is calling himself the king of the street. And it is indeed true, because the people on the street, they vibe with him. He vibes with them. He talks for them. So they will really, really vibe with him. And again, the numbers is not only about the people on the street or in the street vibing with Shatta Wale. Even the unemployed in her write-up, he said that the unemployed youth, middle class people, those who have completed school but not getting any work to do, and they feel that the system is not helping them or cheating them, Shatta Wale is the symbol that they connect with. Because Shatta Wale at a point will talk about the way that the system is not fair to the people, the way that the system is not treating the people right, and at a point we may take over and do things on our own and for ourselves. And you see, these are some of the things that some people will be thinking about after seeing these Shatta First numbers. So for me, Shatta First numbers is influencing the way that she is talking. And I agree with most of the things that she said there. Okay. Shatta Wale being the symbol, Shatta Wale being connected to whatever that is happening, that people can see him and see that, yes, this is what we are looking for, but we cannot say it. Shatta will say it on our behalf. And now Shatta's impact and influence is cutting across. It has no boundaries. The religious side, you see that pastors are using it. Yes. Pastors are talking about him. Pastors are connecting and saying that we are part of the Shatta movement. When you go to the corporate world, you get people also talking and saying that we are part of the Shatta movement. The MTN boss, even when they visited
MTN Momo,
when they visited the Mobile Money Limited people, the MTN Mobile Money people, the boss, the CEO of the place said that, yes, I've heard your name, I know that you are big, but I didn't know that you control these numbers. Huge numbers, you see. So there were people who knew Shatta Wale, who knew that he has influence, but they had no idea the extent of the influence that he has until this thing happened. So seeing these numbers, now you cannot deny his impact. These are part of the reasons why people are talking like that. So for Victoria Hammer, after her observation to say that Shatta Wale is the realities that Ghanaians is facing or Ghanaians are going through now, she's partly right in the sense that a lot of people will feel like that, except maybe Last Made Boy and his people. They will not feel what he are feeling. By majority,
that's your best friend, Last Made Boy.
Yeah. Oh, Last Made Boy, I like him.
Wow.
I like him. Just that I don't know him.
You don't
that's
know
the
him.
problem. Yes, I don't
know. You like him from afar.
Yes, but I like him from afar. So for me, I think Victoria Hammer is right. Shatta Wale's impact, his influence, is given is more symbolic. It is the reflection of how Ghanaians feel, but they can't talk about it. And Shatta Wale is in the right position to talk for them.
But me, I have a problem with Honorable.
Okay.
So is she trying to tell us that she didn't know that we had unemployed people, we had like middle class unemployed.
Yeah.
It took Shatta first for her to realize that we had certain people in the country or what?
No. What you are not getting is that after the numbers, she's trying to explain to you why Shatta Wale has such a huge numbers.
Okay.
And that's huge influence. And she's saying that our political system has failed us.
And she's part.
Of course. I mean, even if she takes herself out, because she will tell you that when she's not the decision maker, she's part of the influencers, but she cannot do it alone. And according to her write-up, she's saying that the political system has failed us. And that's why, in fact, it's part of the reason why Shatta is having such huge numbers.
Okay.
And the thing is that Shatta has done something that people will be attracted to him.
Okay.
His music speaks for them.
Okay.
For those middle class unemployed people. For those street people. They don't have any hope. They don't know how the system will take them out of the street. So when they have somebody who is connecting to the who is talking to the system, who is telling them that no, there's a hope for you, just that not the way that the system has made it, but the hope is when you, through hard work, through my ways, you can also get it out. You can also get out of the street, or you can also make something for yourself. So Victoria Hammer in this piece is just trying to explain why Shatta has such a huge influence, which is undeniable. At this point, well, like I said, only Last Made Boy and others will deny.
Okay.
But majority of Ghanaians cannot deny Shatta's influence. Just seeing these numbers. So what now is left for us to talk about is how and why. And Victoria Hammer is trying to give us that this is why, this is how Shatta is able or was able to have such a huge numbers. Yeah.
Okay. But I think this is not part of our talk, but I want you to say something on it with the clash with the creative arts, that is Rex Omar and Stoneboy's issue. Yeah, I think you've heard of that story.
Yeah, of course.
I think yes.
Yeah, I said something about it, I think 2 days ago or something like that. And it is simple. I mean, Rex Omar is denying the fact that Stoneboy approached his office. And Stoneboy is also telling us that they approached the office, but the office didn't cooperate or didn't allow them to be part of the experience, because they wanted to put their shows in the Beam Fest as part of the Blaster experience. But they didn't agree, according to Stoneboy's camp, by Rex Omar and Rex Omar's secretariat. They are denying that. For me, Stoneboy and his people, they have a point there that a clash of dates may have impact on whoever is doing their show. But the thing is, such is life. You cannot always have it your way. So if they are doing it on that date and you also want to do it on that date, everybody should do it and let's see what will happen. I mean, even outside Ghana, Stonebwoy did it. He did it in London.
London, yeah.
He did his show. He got his numbers. Aquaba UK and Alodia Promotion. They also did it. They got their numbers.
Okay.
We were all good. So in Ghana here, I think Stonebwoy, he has huge numbers. So he should count on his people showing up for him on that day.
Okay.
And they will get their numbers. The same thing, the Blaster Experience will get their numbers. The danger for me that Stonebwoy and his people may be worrying is the fact that the Blaster Experience people are saying that they are big artists on board. So if
they're the biggest,
the
biggest artists,
that's dangerous for Stonebwoy.
And I think that day should be there, the beam, so that you can see your best friend.
Yeah, Last Mate Boy. I don't think he will come. Last Mate Boy, he doesn't.
But he's affiliated to the beam camp.
Yes, but he doesn't want to be known. So I don't think he will show himself at the place. Unless maybe the Last Mate Boy is the one that some people are thinking about. Yes. If he is the one, then he will be the main man there. Anyway. But Last Mate Boy, from what we have heard, he's different from Stonebwoy. So we don't know if Last Mate Boy will come.
Okay.
And yeah, for me, I think they should all do the show and let's see what will happen. And they will all get their numbers.
I think Shatta First has they've set the standard, so everyone is just scared to fall below. Everyone is trying to.
You will fall below. Don't bother yourself. If you think about this, you will think and you will not know when to stop. It will just bother you for nothing. Shatta Wale's numbers is not a joke. Okay. You can't just replicate it or you can't just do it because you are also a musician. In fact, like Ajagraja said, if any musician can do that, or no Ajagraja, be your servant. Or be serve you.
So now Ajagraja is the bidder.
Yes, Ajagraja is saying that if any artist in Ghana here can organize a birthday party or whatever, let's say a show, and get the same numbers or even something closer to these numbers, he will come and serve you. So you will get a servant called Ajagraja. And he's not saying it as a joke. I think, and even for him, he used that spiritual side of things and said that Shatta is not like ordinary person. And the numbers that he got is not a joke. And for me, I agree that it is not something that you can easily replicate. So don't just think about you getting the same numbers. Just do your thing. There is a standard that when you get to that number, we all say that you have done well. But getting Shatta's numbers there, forget it. Enfa, you won't. You can't do that. It's not an easy thing to do. Yeah.
But I think it's not only Ajagraja Penawaka with Shatta Wale is a spirit. I think even men of God. I think Prophet Talvin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name well. Talvin. Yes, also says Shatta Wale is more of spiritual than he being a human being, for him to be able to pull that crowd. And again, he has prophesied that Shatta Wale is going to have a 3-day program that we are going to get more than this number. This number.
Yeah. I mean, it's not surprising. I mean, our pastors will say things in the way that will make you believe them.
But I think he made a prophecy even before this Shatta Fest. Yes.
And it won't change my position on pastors and how they do that. The point it's because it is Shatta Wale. It's because of his influence.
In the news.
Yes, like Victoria Hammer is saying, all angles. Those who think that the system is not helping them, even those who are in charge of the system, but they are not feeling it, or they are not, or they are feeling that no, something is coming that will push us away. They will be glad, or they will be ready to join the winning team. So the pastors, some politicians will even talk for Shatta and all those things. So the pastors getting visions that is telling us that Shatta will be this, Shatta will be that. It's like that. It won't stop. You see, some time ago they were prophesying in opposition. They were prophesying in a way that is negative. Now they are prophesying in positive direction. Why do you think it's happening?
The brand is nice.
Masa, can be a jaye, that's what is happening. I mean, so even so-called bloggers be are not more negative, no. They are now the one preaching the gospel according to Shatta Wale. So forget about what some pastors are saying. The point is that Shatta's influence is so big that anybody at all may want to say something for us to know that they know what they are talking about. They are influential in their own right. They are competent in whatever that they do, and they can make sense of the impact that Shatta Wale is making. That's what we are seeing. And pastors are not out of that thing. You know, pastors not prophesy what will happen, and it has happened. It's not strange. It's not strange at all. People will do that prophecies, and it will come to pass, including the Odaya na Obi can Shatta Wale. So forget it. They will come. It will not stop now. Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay, Chemo. Wrapping up. Let's read some comments and let's go prepare for Showbiz, the main show of the house, Showbiz Daily. So pick it up from there. Let's go.
So we are here on YouTube. So let's just take it from here. Gideon Body is here again saying that when the greatness is so overwhelming, you have no choice but to speak about. That is what is happening right now. The aura of Shatta is catching all of them. Again, Gideon Body is saying that Vida has also confirmed on Peace FM on Thursday that it is indeed true that the Beam and the Last Made Boy has not contacted the Black Star Experience, and that portfolio was wrong for that publication.
Yes.
So now
I think that's a good one there.
Yeah.
That's a good
and
one.
And then
there.
Daniel Dante is giving us the love emojis. And then we have Gideon Body again saying that we are on different realm, and now we do concert for angels and aliens. We are out of this world. We are in space. That is our level. Okay, so now those who would doubt or those who want to join the realm, that is where the concert will be happening, according to Gideon Body. Yeah, we are now in the space doing concert and all that. That's the level. Great job, guys, for holding it down. Coming from Gideon Body again. So now let me go to Facebook. Let's see what is there, and then let's close for the day.
Yes.
And then on Facebook, what do we have? What do you have on Facebook at the moment? Well, I think we have very few comments, and our people is also not giving up. They are giving a lot of their spam messages there as well. Okay, so on Facebook we have Ibrahim Yaya. I think I've read this one. Ibrahim Yaya Busan saying that legendary Tinny, we love you. And then we have Dinah Dede Amase. sorry. Giving us the fire emoji. Kamara Yusuf also giving us the for life is my life. And then Charlie, these people,
the spam people,
the spam people is too much. It's too much. If you don't take care, they will block you. And then we are back. We are na
yankasa Jai no sa ayebe yake text so da.
Charlie. Okay, I think we can close.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Chemo, and thank you to our home watching and also sharing your thoughts and Showbiz today. That is where we end today's episode or the week of Showbiz today. Don't worry. Next week we're going to bring hot, and as you know, the day. I bet you wagon. Then you see a chair. You had it. Then ya quitting him to. But more free there. This show is probably sponsored by Venom Mineral Water, and again, Shagsy. It is time to ride now. Shagsy is going. Shagsy, Yaroko, your name. Mama, we free. But download the Shagsy app. No, anywhere ever could be. Use Shagsy. O comfortability, o here, o security, also o here, and let's help promote Shagsy. This is Showbiz today, right here on Sammy Flex TV and Agbebe TV as well. My name is
12 hours in minutes is 720 minutes. All the money you make is yours, commission free.